Welcome to One Girl in All the World, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
Kimmy, Buffy newbie.
You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram with new episodes on Tuesdays. Okay. Killer and Me. A bit of a different episode.
It was different. Not like I thought it was fine. I don't know why I liked the last episode so much. So I have a feeling our star ratings are going to be like
It's
really
interesting.
different.
It's interesting that you liked the last one so much. So I read that the reason that they didn't have any of the potentials in this is because they didn't have the money for all of the extras.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for all the extra people.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah. So the killer in me is what
Didn't
we're
have
talking about
money
today.
for Riley either, apparently.
That's okay. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with hey, cuts have to be made, sacrifices have to be made, Kimmy. All right. So The Killer in Me originally aired February 4th, 2003, written by Drew Z. Greenberg and directed by David Solomon, and the synopsis is: Spike's chip is malfunctioning, prompting Buffy to search for a way to fix it. Meanwhile, a kiss with Kennedy turns Willow into Warren, and Kennedy races to help Willow find a solution before she becomes Warren permanently. Giles takes the rest of the potentials on a quest in the desert, while Xander and the others get a call from England, which leads them to believe Giles may not be Giles.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So there's parts of this, like, episode that I like, and then there's like, because there's like too many storylines going on.
There are a lot of storylines.
There's like 3 storylines.
Yep.
And I think 2 of them I like, one of them I'm like, I don't care about, really. Like the Willow storyline I just think is dumb.
That's what I didn't like about this episode. Like, why did they, and it was so central to this episode. I was like, it just annoyed me.
I feel like her glamoring herself to look like Warren was one thing, but like her like turning into Warren, I think was stupid. I think that's a stupid part.
Well, especially because like, okay, we figured out why it happened, but then at the end it was basically just mind over matter. Like,
yeah, it was like, let's just kiss some more.
Yeah, fairy tales.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't care for that.
But like Buffy and Spike's like back to season 4 storyline with the chip. We haven't like. I think it was kind of cool that it came around again. That it's, you know, it's a piece of machinery.
What are we going to do now?
Like, it's a piece of machinery, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I like the whole, like, the Giles, like, is he Giles? He took all the girls, which would be perfect for the first to do. You know, that was interesting. All right.
Okay.
So at Buffy's, we started out by Giles taking the girls on a retreat, the same retreat that Buffy did in season 5.
Yes.
And you can tell Summer Geller is ill. You can tell by the way she's talking.
Like a cold or something.
She's not well in this episode.
She seems better towards the end.
Yeah. It took like a week to film. So, or she was very sick at the end of it because, you know, they film out of order. At some point, she was not doing well and she was pushing through. So Giles is taking these girls on the retreat, the Vision Quest, the same Vision Quest where Giles would do the hokey pokey and turn himself about, as we remember from season 5. And Kennedy's not going because she's sick. She has the flu. And as I said, SMG is sick. You can like obviously tell that she's sick. And then in the basement, they go off. Buffy goes in the basement, talk to Spike.
He's chained up. I forgot about that.
He's chained himself up. She talks about the girls leaving and like they're like, he's like, oh gosh, we're gonna get some peace around here. She's like, I don't know what you mean. Like, I love having them here, and I love my role as a role model and a life goal, like a role model, like a life. I don't know what she says. All these things, like all this like pressure and stuff that she has on her to be whatever these girls need. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, I am. Like, I can't believe I have my bathroom to myself. They're gone. Oh, I'm so excited. Mm-hmm. And so they're just chit chatting. And then she notices that he's still chained to the wall. He's chained himself up. And he says, until we figured it out, either you're with me or I'm chained up. And she says,
he's going to hurt people.
Like, you're fine with the girls. And she's like, yeah, because you're there. Like, if you're there, that's fine. But if you're not, then I need to be chained up because I don't know what the first plan is for me when they could activate me at any time, which is fair. Fair. He doesn't have control over it, so anything could happen. And then the chip goes off for no reason.
Yeah, because he's not
sitting
hurting
there.
anybody.
He's just sitting there. And we go to the credits and we come back, and Buffy tells Willow that Spike is like not. She's filling Willow in on the, you know, something's going on with the chip, and that Spike isn't doing good. But she's making tea for Kennedy when this is happening, and Buffy says, "Oh, Willow and Kennedy sitting in a tree. So she thinks that Willow and Kennedy. She's like, no, I'm just bringing her tea. That's it.
Sure.
Like, stop it.
Sure.
She's like, mm-hmm. And then Buffy asked Willow about the chip, like, when she did that research in season 4. And she's like, you know what? Believe it or not, when the government does like that, they don't build websites about it. So we really didn't have much information on the chip. And she said, yeah, it's like firing on its own. Like why would it be doing that?
Yeah, it's weird.
And then Willow takes the tea up to Kennedy, and Kennedy seems to be miraculously healed. She's fine.
She faked it, the big faker.
She was a faker. And she's like, well, I have my own mission and I need your help. And Willow's like, oh God. But she goes with her.
Yeah.
And the mission that Willow is helping with is having drinks at the Bronze.
Yeah.
So they're at the Bronze and they're having drinks.
Well, let's take Willow on a date.
And Willow's like, okay, you bamboozled me. You bamboozled me twice with the flu and now getting me out to the Bronze. And she she doesn't want to do this. She wants to go home.
Yep.
And she calls Willow sexy. And then she asks, like, when did you know? Like, know what? Like, that when you were gay? Like, how did you know you were gay? And Willow's kind of like, well, how did you know I was gay? She's like, you can just tell. And she just said 3 years ago, it wasn't that she liked women. It was that she liked a woman. She's only been in love with one woman. And that, her mom came around, like, her mom was very, like, proud that she was making some kind of statement, and now it's just normal. And so they were just talking about that, which we've never gotten any of that information about Willow coming out and stuff like that, other than, like, her coming out to the Scoobies. I mean, she talks about Tara. So in the basement, Spike is bleeding from the nose because they popped a blood vessel, and Buffy's kind of like wiping the blood off of him, and says it's not the trigger. She said maybe it's something to do with the trigger, maybe it's something to do with the soul, like maybe all these things converging or messing with it with the chip. And he's just like, maybe it just wasn't supposed to last this long.
Yeah.
Like it's just degrading, which is what we find out did happen. Yeah. And she's like, okay, we'll fix it. We can't really look it up in any books or research or anything. And she's like, yeah, it's not a book thing. It's a phone thing. So at the Bronze, Willow opens up and talks about Tara, which is nice because we really haven't, Tara's been there in spirit, kind of. Like she went to her grave and like obviously Willow's dealing with all this stuff, but she opens up to Kennedy about Tara.
What happened, yeah.
About what happened. And then at Buffy's, Buffy calls a flower shop, which was the question, but about getting the initiative's help.
She's trying to reach Riley.
She's trying to reach Riley, not for flowers. So she's, it's a cover. So she's like, well, no, is this really a flower shop? Like, if a guy named Riley Finn comes in to buy flowers, can you let him know, like, I need help? So she's like, was I not supposed to mention this was government ops? I'm supposed to pretend like she was just like, okay, well, if anybody named Riley Finn comes in to buy flowers, let him know I called. And she's like, and in the background, poor Spike sitting on the stairs, his chip's going off. His chip's going off, and she's just like, And she's like, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. And then it goes off again. So they're coming more frequent and more painful. So at the Bronze, Willow is relaxing. I think part of that is the alcohol that she's drinking. And she's like, why do you like me? Like, Kennedy, why do you like me? And then she lists all the things she likes about Willow. Now she turns off, what was the movie she turns off? So it has Moulin Rouge. So it has a happy ending.
Oh yeah.
Before the end. It's all those little things that she likes about Willow.
She has likable freckles.
Yeah. I think, did she say lickable or likable?
Oh, I thought she said likable.
I thought she said lickable. Oh. Either way, she likes them for one reason or another. But yeah, she just kind of makes this list about things that she likes about Willow. And then at Buffy's, Willow and Kennedy come back. And they go up to her room because they've been sharing a room. And it's like a little bit awkward. Well, for Willow anyway. Kennedy kisses Willow. Yep. And Willow's into it. And she returns the kiss. Into it. Yep. And then the camera like pans around them kissing. And then all of a sudden it's Warren and Kennedy kissing.
Yeah, which is gross.
And rightfully so. Kennedy freaks out because she pulls away and it's a guy.
Willow doesn't realize what's going on at first.
No, she doesn't realize. She runs downstairs and everyone's freaking out because Warren is walking around. And Willow had looked in the mirror. So she does know now.
She saw herself in the mirror, yeah.
She tries to convince them that she is Willow. That she's not. They're more concerned that she's the first because they know Warren is dead. So
Yeah.
being the first would make the most sense.
But Buffy like comes in and punches him.
It punches her in the face. Yeah, okay, it's not the first. And Andrew, of
Kennedy's
course,
like, it's Willow.
it's Willow. Yeah, Andrew, of course, freaks out because that was his best friend, and then Andrew manipulated him, and then Warren manipulated him as Warren and also as the first. So a lot of emotions around that.
And then during all of this, like Spike's just kind of wandering around in the background in pain, which is hilarious. Like it's kind of a funny scene.
Guys, my head is exploding. Like, he's in the background collapsing while they're trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
And to prove her that she's actually Willow, she tells Xander there's a lot more embarrassing stories she could tell. They're not all cute yellow crayon stories like from kindergarten. So I could really
like Aquaman underoos.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, nope, okay, we don't need to go there. It's Willow. It's Willow." And then Willow immediately thinks like she did it to herself because of the spell that she put on herself when she made herself disappear when she came back to Sunnydale. Right. So, her psyche has more power than she realizes. She thinks she did it to herself. And then she's like, it's not because of a kiss. No, it's not because of a kiss. Like, no. She's like, what was happening when it happened? And she's like, no, nothing. Like, she's freaking out about this kiss. And she's like, I'm going to handle it myself. Like, please just let me handle it myself. I'll figure it out. And she basically said, like, Spike can't wait. Like, Spike needs attention. And he's collapsed in the back of the room. And Buffy goes over to him. So on the street, Kennedy does follow Willow. She wants to go help with Willow. And she's trying to help her. Willow wants her to leave. Willow says she's already tried to reverse it herself. Doesn't work. So she needs to get help. She needs to get help from others. So she relents and lets Kennedy come with her. Yep. And she's going to go see some old friends. So in a field, Buffy and Spike find an initiative trapdoor. So they remember, a way to get in.
They start digging.
Yeah, and so they're going to go in. They're going to look for clues. They're also going to look for basically like a sedative that Spike was given when his chip would go off. And then while they're down there, want to look for information and like clues about the actual shelf life of the chip. So they open that trapdoor and they're going to go down there. So at Buffy's, Anya, Xander, Dawn, and Andrew are hanging out, and Robson calls, the guy that was attacked by the Bringers that Giles found. And he says Giles, he passed out. He wakes up. He remembers that Giles was about to be killed, which we saw, and that he woke up. He passed out. He woke up, and then Giles was gone. There's no body. There's no nothing. So he doesn't know. He's calling them because he doesn't know what happened to Giles. And they're like, uh-oh, has Giles touched anything? Hugged anyone? Like anything at all? Did anyone touch him, hug him? Did you see him pick up a coffee cup? Nothing. So they're like, nope. Oh my God, he's just taken all the potentials out to the desert, led them out to slaughter, basically. And he could, this could be a big play for the first to just take all those girls out at one time. And they're gonna race out to the desert and try to stop him. Yep. And they end up taking Andrew because he begs him to go with them.
God, yeah.
So we get this quick scene where it just shows in the desert, Giles sitting at the fire, just staring into it.
Looking creepily.
So did you think that Giles was the first?
Yeah, for a second, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Because
serious.
Like they said, I don't remember him touching anything or...
Mm-hmm. And they said that it was like a big pain for his episodes to make sure he didn't touch anything. Like that was specifically, they did that, knowing that they would do this and wonder if he was the first. So it was Anthony Stewart was I have to be so careful what I'm doing. So at UC Sunnydale, Willow goes to her Wicca group that she met Tara in, if we remember. And I remember that she was disappointed with them because they were just doing bake sales. And lo and behold,
who's there?
But Amy. Amy is kind of in recovery, she says. She says she's sorry, she's getting better. And she says that, Willow says, I need your help. Obviously, I need help because I look like somebody else. And so Amy and Willow do a spell, and it doesn't work.
Nope. It
kind of singes Willow. She jumps up and she slaps Amy in the face. I think what does she call her? I think she calls her, I don't know, she calls her something. She's mean. I think she calls her a bitch or something. I don't know what she calls her, but she goes crazy, slaps her. Not
She's
good.
rude to Kennedy too. She was mean to Kennedy.
Yeah. And she's like, that wasn't, she's like kind of shocked at herself. She's like, that wasn't me, it was Warren. And then she runs off. And she comes to the kind of thing that she's becoming Warren. Like she's actually turning into Warren.
Yeah.
So in the initiative, it's dark, it's creepy down there. There are lots of bodies.
Yeah, they just
Like,
left them all.
yeah, demons, soldiers, they just sealed it up
Yeah, that's so
and left.
gross. Yep.
So they're going to spread out looking for this drug. And with last time we ever heard about the initiative, they were going to fill it with concrete, but I guess they didn't fill the whole thing with concrete because here we are,
I forgot about that actually.
not in concrete.
Yeah.
But they start hearing noises and they're like, "Oh boy, something's down here. Something else, something survived down here all this time." And in the car, the whole group, Andrew tries to play car games to pass the time. And everyone's just really worried about like what are they going to do when they get there? What are they going to find? Like
they're like, he didn't bring them out there to meditate.
Yeah, yeah. On the street, Willow is crying. She breaks down, and then she gets an idea. It looks like, and runs off. And then back at the initiative, Buffy and Spike say something survived, and they get attacked. Yeah. The way I like about this, like a scene where they get attacked, like the only like light that we have in the scene is their flashlights. So you just get like a kind of like a glimpse of this like this creature. Like you see it a little bit, but yeah, it's all kind of like in the dark, which is cool. All right, in the classroom, Amy tells Kennedy that Willow is strong. She'll do this, and you know she's been around and like doing all this before she had a potential slayer, like basically as a babysitter.
She's dealt with worse.
Yeah. Before you guys came along. And she's like, I didn't tell you I was a potential slayer.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Yeah. Amy says, oh, yeah, I think you did. She's like, no, definitely didn't. And Amy's like, oopsie, oops. So Amy's up to no good again.
Mm-hmm.
So at the initiative, they're fighting in the dark, like I said, like with just the flashlights. And Spike's chip goes off.
While Buffy's getting her butt getting
I like he says, oh, please, like, not now. He says, like, not now. And he's like, starts whatever, being in pain. He passes out while the creature's beating up Buffy. And the creature throws Buffy, and then it just drags Spike's limp body away.
God, yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Unconscious.
Yep.
And it's all dark, so Buffy's like, can't find him. At a store, Willow buys a gun. Which is
seems like a great idea.
Yeah. Never a good idea. Never. And then in the desert, Giles is tackled by the whole group. And they're like, oh, okay, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
They can feel him.
They can feel him. You're alive. You're not the first. And he's like, you said I was the first. But they're like all very happy that it's.
You think I'm evil if I bring a group of girls on a camping trip and don't touch them?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really good.
So they're all good. Whew. So at the initiative, Buffy is looking for Spike and is attacked again. And I think we get a glimpse of like the pants that this thing is wearing. And it looks like it's a soldier. Maybe it was like one of the soldiers, because they did start like experimenting on soldiers because he has like the combat.
I missed that. Okay.
Pants on.
Okay.
So I put kill soldier ? Because she does kill it. And I think it was a soldier at one point. And then she like gets down next to Spike. She's like, are you okay? Okay. He's like, yeah. And then all the lights turn on. And the militia arrives. The military arrives with their guns and everything. And they're like, oh, Agent Finn sent us. And she's like, I knew it. That wasn't real. There wasn't a real flower shop. And they said, we're here to assist you with whatever you need to assist ass face. And Spike's like eyebrows like, what? He's like, that's what he said. Like, sorry, that's what he said. He called him ass face. They looked at the chip and they said it has degraded. And if they
removed ASAP.
If they just leave it alone, it'll be fatal. It'll kill him. So it's basically now. You have to decide. And he said, it's up to you. Like Riley said, any decisions regarding Hostile 17, which is Spike, are in her hands. So she can call it.
Pressure.
Yeah. And he said, well, what am I choosing? He said, we can either replace it or remove it. And it's up to you. She's like, shit.
Yeah. It's kind of a big decision.
Big decision.
I mean, like, in all fairness, though, like, how long has he had this thing? Like, not that long, right? Like a year or two? Degrading already. So if she replaces it, like, is she just going to what if it gets degraded again?
True.
Like, I feel like this is kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Um, so at UC Sunnydale, Amy eventually admits that she did this
She
to
did it.
Willow. She
Yeah.
put a hex on her because Willow does all these horrible things and has like
Okay.
unconditional love of her friend. So she's basically, I think, jealous of
She's
the
jealous. Yep.
because Amy doesn't have anybody, and she does these things other people don't. She's like, why doesn't Willow have the same consequences as me? I guess Willow does worse things than me. So there's some kind of like stuff there with her Willow, and she wanted to take Willow down a peg or two.
It's about power.
Yeah, Kennedy.
And she also, well, she kind of admitted, she didn't say the word jealous, but she basically said
No.
she's jealous that all of that power came naturally to Willow when it seems like she has to work more.
Hmm.
Amy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
she's like,
mean,
she almost destroyed the world and everyone still loved her.
yeah, that's the
Which
thing.
is fair.
Hmm. Oh, Kennedy takes off. Kennedy takes off and goes to Buffy's backyard. And she's there when Willow comes in and is consumed by, at this moment, Warren with the gun.
Yeah,
And she
she's like
basically replays,
reenacting.
yeah, she reenacts the scene where Tara was shot.
Yep.
Says the same things. And then it kind of changes, and it's a mixture of both of them. And Willow is kind of Warren, but she's also saying like, "Oh, you tricked me into letting
kissing
Tara
you.
go, yeah, kissing you," which for 1 second I let Tara go.
Yeah.
And I've always had her with me. I'm always thinking about her. And then for that 1 second, I didn't. And then she was really dead now. Like now she's really dead. And that's Kennedy's fault in her mind. So she's very upset. And she's pointing this gun at Kennedy. And then, yeah, Willow said, I killed her by doing that. And then by kissing Kennedy, she obviously feels guilty.
Yeah.
And then Kennedy kisses her and Willow Warren and breaks the spell.
Well, she says, yeah, let's try a fairy tale thing.
Yeah.
So it's just magic, like fairy tales, bringing you back to life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she goes back to being Willow.
Sure.
And that's the end of the episode. Yeah, the other storylines, I think, I would have liked if those two storylines had been really...
This one was too prominent.
I guess, like, I get the point of why they did it, because they want to move Kennedy and Willow forward, and they have to address Tara and the guilt of moving on and all that.
They should do that, but they didn't need to drag it out an entire
This, like,
episode
turning into a Warren thing was stupid.
It was really stupid, yeah.
Yeah, but the other two, I think, were really good. And I think the whole Giles maybe being the first didn't get enough time of the time. I think that should have taken some of that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
And the initiative was fun. I think that was fun.
I like that too,
yeah, okay, so my favorite quote was, "No, I enjoy my responsibility as a mentor, role model, life guide. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to have my bathroom to myself for 2 whole days." She's like, I love my time as a mentor, role model, life guide. Like, what do you mean? I wear that proudly. But she's like, oh my God. No, just kidding. JK. And then my favorite scene was when Willow breaks down at the end and says about how, like, that was really that she kind of could, to a degree, she could keep Tara alive until she kissed Kennedy, because that was her moving on, and that really let Tara be dead.
She feels guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was a good scene. Yeah.
Yep. My favorite line was when Buffy and Willow were talking in the kitchen, like Willow's making tea for Kennedy and Buffy's talking about the chip misfire, and Buffy's like, remember when things used to be nice and boring? And Willow's like, no. I thought that was just really cute.
Before Buffy moved to Sunnydale, maybe your life was nice and boring.
And actually my favorite scene was, the scene at the end was good, but I just was kind of annoyed at the whole thing. So
yeah.
My favorite scene was actually when Willow first turns into Warren and runs down the stairs and everybody's all freaking out and like Spike's wandering around in the background. Like, that's just so funny. I was like,
that was good. That
was such a good scene.
He's just like collapsing on the floor. He's like, Buffy, and she's like, hold on a second, Willow. Like,
it was great. So yeah, that was my favorite scene.
Yeah, that was good. All right, so I gave it. What did I give it?
What did you give it?
I gave it a 4 point. I'm going to change my rating a little bit.
It's generous already.
5.
Oh my God. Okay.
I said it was a bit of filler. Too many storylines. And I think, 3 storylines, too many. This was 2, typically. 2 storylines.
Yeah.
And I think they could have given more to the Giles storyline.
Definitely.
I think the initiative had enough.
Yep.
But I think there was too much of the Willow storyline and not enough for the Giles storyline, which I think could have been they could have like really like made that more developed. Um, and then what I did like about it, I liked going back to the initiative. I thought that was fun. The Giles question, I like that that was raised, even though it wasn't. I don't like I did. I don't think it was done justice, but that Giles could be the first. I think that was cool in concept, but not really in execution.
Yeah.
And Willow moving on is a big thing. I just didn't like the way they did it. Like I don't like how they chose to do the Warren thing, but that is a big thing that needed to happen. But don't like
Yeah.
the way they chose to do it. It was
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
So
It's dumb.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5, and that's probably high.
Okay, I initially gave it a 4 to be honest, but as we talked about it, I just got more and more annoyed and I lowered it to 3.8.
Okay,
So,
that's fair. Actually,
um,
like I feel like I want to lower it even more,
okay. I just yeah.
but I will just
Yeah,
leave it.
like you said, I liked the storyline with the initiative. That was great. I'm really curious to know what Buffy's gonna decide. I think she's just gonna have to decide to get it taken out though. Yeah, I don't think you can replace it. It just doesn't make sense. It's only been there for 2 years and it's already misfiring. They can't just get it replaced every 2 years. Is she even going to be able to contact it? Like she's not always going to be able to contact them, I feel like.
Hmm.
She got lucky with the flower shop thing. I don't know. Like
Hmm.
Riley's, who knows if he's even going to always be with them. Like maybe he's going to go somewhere else on a different mission and not be around. Anyway,
And if they also like, I know Willow was running around with her own issues, but like, what was Riley's wife's name?
I don't remember.
Sam
Okay.
gave Willow her email address.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
So
that.
she could have emailed Sam and been like, "Hey, SOS, like I need help."
Yeah. Yeah.
But
The Giles storyline was great, like you said,
yeah,
not enough time given there. And
yeah,
then yeah, it was just a lot of Willow and Kennedy. And yes, you're right. They had to address like the grief thing. I mean, things like this happen well, not exactly like this, but things
yeah,
like this happen in real life, and you do have to work through your grief and figure out your trauma and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I'm sure like moving on from something like that is one of the most difficult things you'd ever have to do. But yeah, it's just the whole turning into Warren thing, and then the fairy tale thing at the end for me was just ugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then also we kind of like it was a complete coincidence that they had happened when they kissed because it
Yeah.
had nothing to do with Kennedy or Willow's guilt.
Yes.
Willow had nothing to do with
Yes.
it.
Right. Amy did it.
So
That was weird too.
like
Bringing Amy back for like a 30-second stint too. I don't know.
so it had so I feel like so did Willow even really deal with it? Because that was all that reaction was because of the Warren thing.
Hmm.
Would she have been so broken up if that Warren thing hadn't happened? I don't know. It's just weird. I just wish they had done it a different way. But yeah.
Like a normal way,
Yeah, like normal way.
like
For
normal people.
instance. Yeah, for instance. Okay, so our next episode, first date.
Hmm. Who could that be?
So there's more than one.
Oh, what?
So you have
Okay.
some options here. Who goes on a first date?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to say Will and Kennedy because I don't think the bronze thing really counted.
Okay, that's a good guess.
Um.
I can. Do you want a hint?
Yes.
It's not them.
Wait, two people go on a first date and it's not them? Shoot. Okay.
There's two first dates.
Yeah.
So four people,
Yeah. That's yeah.
and
Yeah.
none of them are Willow and
Will and
Kennedy.
Kennedy. Okay. Well.
I don't remember unless there's like a third one that I can't remember.
Okay.
But
I have a
it's-
question.
Okay.
Do we know? Like. Okay. So let's say two of the people who are going on a date with other people. Do we know?
Right.
Have we been introduced to all four of these characters?
Three of the four.
We've been introduced to 3 of the 4?
Yeah. So there's only one person that's new
Okay,
to the
okay,
equation.
okay.
Yeah.
So like Anya and Xander recently broke up, so I feel like they could be going on dates with people, but if that were the case, then one of them would be going on a date with somebody we already know. So I don't know if that is it. Okay, so I don't think this is correct, but I feel like we have been alluding to it for a long time, and I feel like something is going to happen at some point. So I will say Buffy and Spike. Yeah, okay. Well, and then Anya and to be determined.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it could be Xander and to be determined. I'll go with
Okay.
Anya, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So that wraps up season 7, episode 13, The Killer in Me. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram at One Girl in All the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with season 7, episode 14, First Date. See you real soon.
Bye.